I'm ready.
All right, guys. We ready. All right, guys. This is the Marc Haize Show. Feeling really good. Feeling like a money magnet in 2021.
Sir.
Got my boy EJ, my boy KO back there, my boy JP holding it down with the video. How's everybody doing? How you doing, EJ?
I'm doing well.
Doing well.
Wine is swell, and I'm feeling well.
Wine is swell, and I'm feeling well.
Cheers to that one,
Cheers.
my brother.
Cheers to 2021. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doing good in the studio. I want to move into 2021. Wanted to talk about like what we're moving forward with.
Wait. We have to make a big announcement today.
What's the big
Today
announcement?
was a big day.
What?
Today, we're going to give an RIP to Larry King. A legend passed today. And I must say, when a legend passes, there's always a legend born.
Damn.
Today's our first day of the Marc Haize Show, baby.
R.I.P. Larry King, man. We're going to continue making, I was going to say primetime TV, but we're going to get there.
We're getting there. We're
We gonna
prime
get-
time.
We're prime time.
We are the new media.
prime time. Prime time content, like my boy JP said.
it.
That's how I love it. I love it. Hold on. Is this how recording? Let me make sure.
Hold on, testing. Your boy's not. Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Say something louder, EJ.
Yo,
There we go. All right,
we're
cool.
peaking now.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure you was in the building. I guess, I got so much energy over here. My levels are just way up there. But anyway, man, I wanted to start off talking about good habits, like good habits to practice in 2021. Have you been trying anything new to better yourself? I saw you was in the gym and shit, right?
I went to the gym on Thursday.
Okay.
And I was doing bench press.
Bench press.
When we got to that last rep,
Almost fell on your
the
chest.
bench press didn't want to go up.
Oh, no.
I almost wanted to yell for help, like
Sometimes you got to do it. You just got to let it out. Like, I'm a bitch. I can't do it. Too much weight. Somebody had some old nigga come over there with lift it up with his fingers and shit.
No.
You're over there lifting with 25s on each side.
Hold on. With my luck, a chick would show up.
A chick would show up and
She'd
then
be like, I got you.
Lift up one hand
Don't
and
worry.
shit.
Don't worry.
EJ over there bench pressing 125.
That's
like,
it. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
I remember one time we was getting in the car. That boy EJ, he get in the car. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sore." I was like, "Dog, is that how I sound when I'm sore?" I'm like, "I'm never doing it. I'm not just gonna get in the car like a man. You gotta give like manly grunts. You gotta, What'd you do? I did legs today, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I did core. You know what I'm saying? I worked out my abs. Speaking of, man, I've been working out as well, and I just love when I walk past the mirror and I see myself and I'm like, damn,
I look good.
I look good. I'm trying to encourage everybody to get like that. Be taking pictures on my social medias, and all my dude friends be tripping. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to motivate you. You sounding like a real hater right now.
I'm confused. What are they saying?
Like, man, I don't want to come to your story, dog, and I might see you in your drawers or something,
That's
dog.
how you taking photos?
Man, every once in a
You're an
while,
animal.
I be coming out the sauna. I be coming out the sauna, sweaty, feeling myself.
You gotta let them know. You need to film yourself walking out the sauna.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a whole slow motion video.
There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Just come out, just my hair just blowing in the wind and shit. You know what I'm saying? Also, I've been meditating too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
That's
meditating, been getting my little on, you know what I'm saying? I don't really say or anything,
Okay.
but I repeat mantras to myself. I try to like practice having my mind and, like relax from my thoughts, because my mind is always running just a million miles a minute. So I'm just always just like, I have to calm myself down. My mom, she told me not too long ago, she was like, Mark, sometimes you just gotta like take a second, like think 10 seconds before you do things, and then reevaluate whether you want to do them or not. Because I just, like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and I just do it, And then lately, honestly, with 2020, I've been like doing a lot of preparing, I guess.
2021.
No, I'm talking about through 2020.
After last year, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, so even with the show, we did like, how many mock shows did we do?
We did a few.
We did a few just to make sure everything was running.
We had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. One of them, I hope that part comes out.
Oh yeah.
One of them was wow.
We gonna leak some stuff for sure.
We had some highlights.
Highlights. Yeah, I can't wait to share for sure. But to go back.
I can't believe I made it.
What are you talking about? The Joel Osteen? Hell yeah, with Joel Osteen, I swear, man, he always comes in talking about how Joel Osteen goes on stage and just be feeling himself.
I love him.
Joel Osteen just be up there like, boy, I'm doing so well. You know what I'm saying?
One time he was in there crying.
He was in there crying. Like,
I'm crying with him.
He's like, everybody's just doing so terrible. And I'm just so financially doing well.
We're being broadcast all around the world.
All around the world. There's people sleeping on the streets, and I just got a TV show. That's Joel right there, you know what I'm saying?
I love him.
That boy Joel, he trying
to,
but he's showing an example, you know what I'm saying, trying to get us closer to our spiritual world. So I definitely appreciate Joel for that, you know. I remember everybody gave him a hard time when he went letting people in the church because of the whole hurricane.
They were talking about that yesterday at lunch.
Really?
I swear, we were at Papacito's, and you know, my buddy Chase brings it up. I mentioned the girls like, oh, I work on Sunday mornings. I was like, well, I hit that church house.
Right.
Go see that boy Joel. And then my buddy Chase is like, come on, man, you know, he don't be letting people in this and that. You better not be giving him no money. I'm like, that
boy's a money magnet.
He's a money magnet.
That's how you gotta believe.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm reading his book right now. You can tell why he gets money. Okay.
Why? Tell me. Give me.
I feel so good when I read it. Ooh. I feel like it's called Empty Out the Negatives, and I feel like I'm emptying out the negative. I was even doing it today. He says when you start feeling down or you're feeling some type of way, you go through some type of feelings. He said you need to drop that. You need to start saying, no, I'm a child of God. I'm in God's hands.
There you go. I'm a money magnet.
I'm a money magnet. And I was saying that today.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I'm trying to get money.
So that's what I was saying earlier with meditation. Like whenever I meditate, I sit still. I actually listen to nature sounds.
I like it.
I sit somewhere quiet, listen to nature sounds, and I soak it in, you know, and I focus on my breathing. And as I'm breathing, I'm like, breathe in positivity, breathe out negativity. I repeat that, you know, breathe in calmness, breathe out anxiety, et cetera, you know, just like anything synonymous with that, basically.
Sure.
So I just kind of, and it's been working. So I hear a lot of, like I told you before, I listened to this Impact Theory podcast, and also like this book called, I think, Emotional Intelligence was talking about it. Neuroelasticity.
Okay.
So neuroelasticity is basically your mind being able to pretty much absorb more.
There you go. Let them know.
Yeah, so
let them know. Double down on that.
So
absorb what?
Absorb more knowledge and absorb more what?
Money.
There you go. so basically,
y'all see how good we look, okay?
Oh yeah, you know, I wanted to come in for the first episode looking like money. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying that with neuroelasticity is basically when you meditate, you're relieving your mind of all the random thoughts that just pretty much, I was gonna say convolute your mind.
Okay.
Is that the right word? I don't know. Just like
I'm not that guy.
sit in your mind all day that you're not even aware about with your subconscious and everything. And with meditation, you just kind of just release all that. And I noticed the difference because even when I started meditating, it's been like a month now, like straight, consistent, probably like 4 or 5 days out of the week, twice a day. With that, I've noticed like my memory's gotten a lot more sharper, even with all the weed.
I believe that because you're emptying out, you know, those kind of feelings and those emotions.
Exactly.
So there's no more. I feel like a lot of it has to do with kind of resentment. You're resenting the feelings, and once those kind of are let go, and that aspect, that's when you just sharpen up.
Just sharpen up. Yeah, like I'm gonna talk about letting go later when we get into our books to read. But that's one of the good habits that I've been getting into as well. I mean, for the last like 2 or 3 years, honestly, I've been reading on average like a book a month. But it's really picked up over this last like in 2020, especially because we didn't have as much to do. Sure. So I had to do a lot of like self-development in 2020 because I was going through a phase of a lot of uncertainty.
Okay.
There was a lot of us were, you know, so we had to really sit down and just figure out what was the next steps and what are we doing next, you know? So I picked up, read a lot more self-awareness books than usual. Branched off from like the normal just history and psychology. I mean, psychology kind of plays in self-help as well. Mm-hmm. But just like more just paying attention to myself. You know, and just being more aware, having more self-awareness and self-conscious, and that brought about like more empathy and also the ability to let go and accept that things are transitory. Like everything's transitory. So with that, it just gives me a mindset of acceptance and moving on and proactivity.
Sure.
You know, so
now let me ask you a question. What kind of directed you, or what sparks your interest, kind of in that realm of information or knowledge per se? Because it seems like the more that we've been friends for some time now, that we're really interested in these specific things, and that's one of them.
Oh, I mean, because bitches like smart niggas.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm playing out. No, you know what really got me interested is like the more I learn about psychology, specifically, it makes me learn more about myself and the people around me, and it makes me more tolerant and also more aware and more empathetic. You know, it's like it's been many a times where people come at me angry, and I realize like they're not angry at me. You know what I'm saying? They was upset about something way before I came about
internally.
You know what I'm saying? So it just made me realize that just realize more empathy for people, and the whole, I guess, to wrap it up. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. It helps me understand myself and people, and also like with learning more about psychology, I learned like a big thing is like the first 7 years of your life affect a lot of the rest of your lifetime because your brain is expanding. You're taking in the most information at that time, so you have to be self-aware of these things. You have to be self-aware of these things in order to grow. Because if you're not aware of these things from yourself, then it's just you're just trying to figure it out. So that's why I feel like that the more I learn about psychology and self-awareness, then I can learn more about myself and grow as a person.
Do you think that's affected your music at the same time?
Yeah.
Or even like relationships as well?
It does. It has affected my relationships. Actually, like I got out of my last relationship because I realized that I was in it because
you were trying to just start stunting.
Right. No, I was just
look, raise our glass. We're gonna raise our glass.
There you go.
God bless.
But I was in my last relationship because I had a lot of insecurities on my own that I had to work out, and I felt like, especially I told you I was in times of uncertainty, so I felt like that was the only thing certain in my life, and I wanted to stick to it. But once I got out of that mindset, for some reason I developed some kind of mindset of being afraid to be alone. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but that's just never been me. I've always been like a solo dolo type guy. I love having friends. I love my family. I love everything. But I'm also not afraid to be by myself as well.
Sure.
You know this.
Sure.
So I mean that's what I feel like more self-awareness does for us, and I feel like a lot of people need that because a lot of people are afraid of being alone. So a lot of people jump into these relationships trying to like find another piece of themselves or something. I don't understand it, but. I mean, I can't say I don't understand it because I went through it as well.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
We all want to be loved.
We all want to be loved.
That's what we looking for.
We all want to be
looking for some love,
So we just like I realized like everything's about mindset, So I'm all about like reshaping and refocusing my mind, like intentionally feeding my subconscious with positivity and money. You know what I'm saying? It's thoughts about money coming abundantly is in my possession is what they say. I'm trying to make sure money stays in my pocket and keeps coming. I was listening to Earn Your Leisure podcast. Shout out to them. They was talking about how they went to a seminar and they was talking about the average millionaire has 7 forms of income. That's what I always say. But he said they went and they laughed. The people laughed. It was like now it's like more like 24. It's like Jesus.
What?
Yeah, 24 streams of income.
That sounds crazy.
It sounds crazy, but it doesn't sound undoable. I guess
it's not.
I didn't go in depth with it, so I'm guessing
we're gonna have some strong leadership.
Some strong discipline.
Straight up.
Strong discipline.
I was thinking about that today, actually. Extreme, because I think that was one of the dude named Jocko Willink.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him. Extreme Ownership. I haven't read it yet, and I think that's what it's extremely about. Is that
extremely about?
You know what I mean? That
extreme ownership is extremely
about discipline.
Discipline is everything. Like even with this, it's crazy. Like it's funny since people don't see what you're doing, they just assume that you're not doing anything. But even this is like it took a while to get this started. I got an album I'm working on. We got videos I want to shoot.
Commercials.
It's just commercials. It's like even like
performances.
That's what I'm saying. Performances, music videos, like it's everything. It takes strong discipline to get all these things done. It's writing scripts. I gotta show you this one I just wrote. It's hilarious. But we'll get to that. But like I was saying, I'm just working on my mindset, having a positive mindset, like at all times, because what you think and what you say really holds weight.
I believe it.
It really holds weight. So even if you think like, damn, I was just talking to Mo. He was saying that when he sees things that he can't afford, he doesn't say I can't afford it. It's like he just believes that money flows through me abundantly.
I like that.
Money flows through me abundantly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about having that mindset that money is coming. Like you just got to work hard too. Like faith without hard work is dead. So you have to be able to know what you want and also be willing to suffer. So like you're always suffering. There's always suffering in life, and it's all about like what you want to suffer for. So I mean, if you want to be the best ice skater, you're gonna know your knees are gonna hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be a rapper, just know you might be broke for a little bit. If you want to be a doctor, you're going to have to go to school for 8 years, at
Plus.
least. 8 years plus. But the point is, we have to all pick our own forms of suffering. And I think that's more of a Buddhist mindset, but I think I read about that in How Not to Give a Fuck, or is that what is it called? The Orange Book by Mark Ronson? I don't know. We'll have to revisit that, but I should have wrote that down in my books to recommend.
You know, another habit that going back to that, when I was in the restroom, I saw the facial cream.
Oh yeah, man.
And that was something I think that working more skincare for myself, along with some of because I got the body, the mind, and the soul things. A lot of things I kind of grew within the body, like exercising. That aspect of like kind of taking care of everything from the skin to working out that aspect to the mind. Where we're trying to read some more.
Trying to read some more.
Get some more info.
Get some more info. Always chasing knowledge. And yeah, be on top of my facial care, my dark marks stay a little longer, so I had to be on top of that. And also having a girlfriend, she kind of reminded me, guys gotta take care of the face. And I was talking to some of my other homeboys, like, I just throw soap in my face and it's a deal, you know what I'm saying? I have more of a routine now, but yeah, I'm trying to just better myself all from inside and out, you know, going to the gym, eating better. Also praying and meditating, just developing good habits. In order, like I read this book, Atomic Habits, and it's by James Clear. He talks about how in order to develop good habits, you have to set yourself in the mindset of believing that, you already, you're that guy. Mm-hmm. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, say you don't like vegetables, you got to say, like, oh, I'm a guy who eats vegetables. You can't say, like, oh, I eat vegetables sometimes. You have to believe, like, I'm a guy who eats vegetables. I'm a guy who goes to the gym. I'm a guy who brushes my teeth every day, of course. But some people don't.
I've done that before. I'm not brushing my teeth today.
I'm not doing it.
This is one of those moments.
It's too much. Man. We all had those moments, man. I'm not going to lie. I haven't brushed my teeth every day of my life. Well, yeah, man, we talked about mindset, self-care, man, also with my grooming routine. I'm going to leave behind in 2020 the self-haircuts. I learned how to cut my own hair, which is pretty cool. Like, I got my fade on point, but it's just like it doesn't give you that barber's edge sharpness.
Who cut that hair right there?
Oh, my boy AC, cool AC. Ashton Cox, boy. My boy AC Gutter, the coolest boy on the, what is it? That's not the north side. What is that?
North side.
North side?
Fifth Ward.
Fifth Ward. Coolest boy out of Fifth Ward. My boy AC.
Sharper Edge, that's where he cut down.
Sharper Edge, yeah. You know what I'm saying? My boy JP, where you get your hair cut at? The crib.
That boy JP.
My boy JP
balls.
ain't got no hair. What about you, KO?
KO.
It's either shaving braids at Willowbrook Mall, but if I'm on the budget, I gotta go to Trent Barber College.
Okay, the boy said, all right, if you're on the budget, fellas, you can go to that Barber College. All right, we was talking about it. We was talking about barber prices. One of my barbers costs like $40 plus. He definitely deserves it. Definitely out of my budget personally. I mean, I could do it, but my boy AC, he holds it down at a fair price of $30.
Fair price. Very fair price.
You know what I'm saying? Plus tips like $35, $36. It just makes I try to.
Or you could just say this is 30 with tip.
30
God
with
bless.
tip. I feel it.
Appreciate it, man.
I don't know anymore, man. It seems like barbers. I don't know what's going on. The whole barber world. It's been a whole inflation going on ever since COVID. Been out the chair. They just like, yeah. Me personally, I've been out the chair. I learned how to cut my own hair. I was like, ooh, I was feeling it. Then I just kept messing up on my mustache and on my beard, and it's just like I didn't get that sharpness. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Also, I've been paying attention to like what I focus on in the media. I don't wake up in the first thing. Well, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I try not to wake up and the first thing I see is go on is like social media or IG or something. Like I try to wake up and like I put on my nature noises and I meditate for a little bit. Do my deep breathing. I noticed with the deep breathing and meditation also like there's a lot less stress. I don't stress over as much or not that much at all actually. So I definitely encourage it. You know, I'm not really, I can't call myself a yogi, but I've been reading a lot about it, listening to a lot of podcasts about it, and I was like, man, I don't need meditation. And I tried it, and I was like, you know what did it for me was the nature noises.
Okay.
I go into a Spotify playlist, meditation noises, nature noises. And I hear, as soon as I hear the birds chirping and the freaking wind blowing and the ocean or whatever's going on.
Do you ever get the rain one?
I got the rain too, like all of them. Like it's a whole playlist. I just let it go through. I go like 10, 20 minutes. Sometimes I might fall asleep. It depends. Like sometimes I might need to take a nap. I'm waking up at like 5, 6 every morning. So by the time I meditate, it's like 1 o'clock. You know, I might either it be like 20 minutes or it might be an hour. You know, whatever. I usually set an alarm or something just in case I do doze off. But I do feel so relaxed afterward. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So. We're going to take a media break real quick. Where we're going to go into next is my top favorite books to read for 2021. The Marc Haize Show is brought to you by the Helpless Hotline. Have you ever wanted to bitch about your problems, yet your friends and therapists keep giving you valuable solutions that you just don't want to hear right now? Call the Helpless Hotline. At a phenomenal rate of $9.99 per minute, these empathetic entrepreneurs will hear out all of your problems and validate all of your ego because the world is just so unfair. And just to you. So call 1-800-I-BE-BITCHIN or go to ibitchin.com. We back, baby. And like I said, I've been reading. So when I first started reading, I first started getting back into reading, I guess, like 3 or 4 years ago. I told myself, first of all, I was looking into the Habits of Millionaires. That boy, Tory, is back. I was looking into Habits of Millionaires and whatnot. And a lot of them say, yo, you know, I like to read. You know, I read, what is it, Bill Gates read like 7 books a week and shit. I don't know how people do that.
He's doing that?
I might be hyperbolizing. Hyperbolizing might be a made-up word, but that might be a hyperbole. But what I'm saying is, like, they read a lot. And I was like, I need to get back into reading more. I used to love reading, you know, just for leisure. I remember I used to be a big fan of the Harry Potter books until they got too thick. I remember I saw that 5th book. I was like,
I read them all.
Like you read them all.
I stood in the line.
Oh man, that's dedication.
I remember being in New Jersey and going up to the bookstore out there while we were on vacation.
Okay.
And like waiting early in the morning or late at night. I can't remember. It was probably late at night. And then getting that. I think it was the last Harry Potter book. I can't remember. And I was just dedicated. Dude, I used to build like a freaking like pillow like kind of tent kind of concept in my room.
Damn.
You know, and I used to just go in there and read all day.
I
was dedicated to
dedicated.
Harry Potter.
Damn. Okay.
I remember going to the first movie and seeing people wear capes. And that was like a big deal. And afterwards, we went to that New York pizza, Willowbrook.
Okay.
I
Boy,
think
vivid.
it's still there. Is it still there?
It's like I put $12 in. My mom put $12 in the tank. Yeah. I threw
we went
like
as a
chili
family.
Flakes.
I remember it was me. My cousins went too. My aunts, you know what I mean? Like we went as a squad.
That's cute, man.
Harry Potter.
That's cute, man. My family wasn't as open to the Harry Potter, but they gave me the books. They gave me the books, let me read it. Actually, my former stepfather, he used to make me, not with Harry Potter, but he used to make me read after school before I went outside. Read for an hour, and then after he was in the military, so he's very strict. So read for an hour, and then at the end of the week, I had to write a book report every week.
Wow.
Yeah, so
wow, that's intense.
At one point it was every day. At one point I had to write a book report every day, but then he's like, or then a week, then over time it just stopped. Of course they got divorced too, but that might cause some stotch, bitch. So anyway. So I'm gonna go into some good reads for 2021. If you're looking for some nice books to read, one of my top books I read last year specifically was "Letting Go" by David Hawkins. Was gifted to me by this man right here, EJ. What did you think when you first read that book? That was a pretty fascinating read.
It was. I read it a few times and. I would definitely say it changed my life. I mean, all his books have changed my life. That, you know, he's a fascinating individual and author. Like, I must say they changed my life. And I was introduced to that through one of my friends, and KO's met this dude named Mike Cavasso.
Okay.
And this was years ago.
Okay.
So it's definitely, I would highly recommend the book. It's a yellow and white cover, and Yeah, it'll do wonders for you.
Yeah, David Hawkins definitely follows a certain aesthetic. Once you see one of them, you saw them all
Well,
in
no,
different
we're not gonna
colors.
say that. We're not
I
gonna
say
say
once
that.
you've seen them, literally visually seen them.
Okay, got you,
Not
got you.
once you've read them.
Got
They're
you.
all. I mean, they recycle a couple things, but at the
Sure.
same time, they introduce the information in different ways. But Letting Go specifically is my favorite. It gives you to a place of acceptance, and like I said earlier, gives you to a place of acceptance for where you can be proactive. You know, like accepting that everything is transitory, accepting that not everything is going to last forever. So with that, I spent a lot of 2020 holding on to 2019, thinking like, man, because 2019, I hit 2019, I was going into 2020 with so much momentum, and then when 2020 hit, the whole coronavirus came, and I was like, man, this shit gonna be like 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months. All right, this is a way of life for a while,
We're still going.
Yeah, exactly. So I had to figure out something else. And reading this book helped me inspire me to make this show. It's like, all right, so we're here in Houston. We're going to make this work. We're going to do it. We're going to make it work, baby. And yeah, here we are, sweating under these lights in these nice suits.
Feeling like good.
But yeah, like I said, Letting Go by David Hawkins, Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. I actually read this one on Audible. I remember I had to inform EJ on what Audible was. Audible is what?
Tell me again.
Oh shit! So my boy EJ, he lives like what they say under a rock. Like there's like he's like Patrick Star in this bitch. So basically, Audible is a service where like funded by Amazon, ran by Amazon, where you can listen to unlimited audio books from all types of people and all types of stars, all your favorite books. I personally like seeing the books firsthand because I like seeing new words and like learning new words, literally. And also, like, it's easier to take notes. Like, with audiobooks, you got to keep rewinding and all this. So I like to actually physically hold and see the book. But point is, I read this book, Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. So Blink is pretty much teaches us about how the subconscious is programmed, predetermined, even through our own, like, natural history, but also through, like, our experiences growing up. Can you close the door real quick, bro? My boy EJ my boy Tori came back from DJing and joined himself.
Don't worry, Tori's gonna be gone for a while.
Oh yeah, Tori, he gonna be on the show one of these days.
He'll be on here soon.
He's gonna be very soon, actually. So what was I saying? The Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, it talks about the subconscious and how everything affects it, and how, like, historically, even like with the police killings, like how people react based off of a subconscious thought that they have that was programmed from their parents and their parents' parents, and it like travels. What's the word? Ecologically? That's not the word.
I wouldn't look for me for
biology. Anybody? Hereditarily. Yeah, there you go. It travels hereditarily, and to be, like I said earlier, to be more self-aware and self-conscious of these things, it can help you change for the better. And that's pretty much what Blink dives into, too. Another book is Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. Might be screwing that all up. But Sapiens is a brief history of humankind. And it's not brief at all, actually. But there's no way to make humankind brief. But
that's a long book, correct?
Yeah, it's a pretty long one. But that's another one I did on Audible. And it was very interesting learning the history of human beings, and with that, you learn, more about our own psychologies as well. And you also learn what I told you before was what makes us human, what separates us from humans and animals is the fact that we can tell stories. So the fact that, like I said this before, an Irish Catholic and a Catholic from Idaho can believe in the same thing and run by the same principles, but a Jaguar in South America and a Jaguar in freaking Africa, they can't communicate on the same level. So that's like what differentiates us is our ability to tell stories, as well as like develop stories of an LLC and a corporation for people to believe in and work towards. So that was interesting. It also points out how, ironically, says that agriculture was the falling off of mankind because, well, not falling off, it was more of a negative impact because before we were hunter-gatherers.
Sure.
And once we developed agriculture, we was able to stay in one place.
Start getting a little bored.
Have a bunch of babies.
That's it. We started
and kind of overpopulate the earth.
That's it.
And have COVID.
Whoa.
You know, we getting a little too close.
Well,
Getting a little too close.
I'll second it. You know what I mean? There's quite a bit of folks out here.
Damn, I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about talking about the COVID nonsense that's going on, but we heard enough about that shit.
We've heard. It came.
It came. It's still here. It's still very much here. My boy KL was just reading that you can get. No, that was you.
Who?
But reading about how you can get a vaccination for $1,300 in Round Rock or something like that in Houston.
Correct.
I don't know the details, but y'all look into that. Get on your Googles. You can basically get money. You get a PS5. You can get weed. I don't know. I think it was in Colorado. They're offering weed for people to take the vaccination. That's pretty interesting.
What?
Yeah. It was a whole. It was a headline. You know, I didn't read too much in depth about it, but yeah, it's a thing. Like they trying to get everybody on this vaccine. And you know, I used to be anti-vaccine at first, but the truth is, I want to go outside again. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna wait till a couple of my friends take it first, and we're gonna see how they end up, and then, you know, we'll see from there. Are you pro-vaccination?
I'll do it. Like if it became mandatory, say for traveling or something that we had to do, you know, for work or that aspect, you know, I'm open-minded to it. Because I mean, here's reality. This is how I've thought about this. Like I don't know where none of the stuff is coming from that I put in my body.
Right. I don't know what Tylenol is.
I don't know. Even the food that we're getting from the stores.
Even the food.
You know, like we don't know where. Even I mean, you know, every now and then we smoke some weed. We don't know where this drug.
We don't know where this weed coming from.
I don't know where none of this coming from.
That's strong.
Like if you're doing drugs, if you're really doing drugs, you should take the vaccine. Straight up. You don't know where none of these drugs come from.
Right.
Especially if you're doing hardcore like SIRS drugs.
Ooh, SIRS.
Even popping pills.
SIRS
like
drills?
Same concept. Like we don't know what's going on in here because a lot of stuff might be like traced with fentanyl and that kind of aspect, which people drug.
I mean, honestly, man, there's people out here eating ass.
Exactly.
Eating random ass. There's nothing wrong with eating ass, but there's people eating ass on the first night.
Random.
You know what I'm saying? So if you eating ass on the first night, don't be afraid to take a damn
around
vaccine.
The corner.
What? Shut up.
What has Tim Dillon say to Ben? What did he say?
He's like, shut up, boy. I don't want to hear all that shit. But anyway, moving on to the next book, The Way of the Superior Man by David Dito. I'm sorry. My handwriting is atrocious. But
yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one, man.
That
teaches you how to be like a outstanding citizen in this world. You know, I can't remember the specifics at this very moment. I just remember feeling better after I read it.
It's more about what I took away from it was about being a stronger man, per se.
Exactly.
And it's even for women, too. Like, it was about being, it was kind of like how opposites basically attract and how to know the fluid role within each, you know, relationship.
Right.
So one is kind of more dominant than the other one might be a little more subtle, just kind of allow it to happen.
Right. It might switch up sometimes. Like in EJ's case, he need him a dominant woman.
That's it. Straight up. I'm a weak man.
That boy's a bottom for sure. That boy needs a woman who's gonna slap him around and tell him what to do. You know, like, shut the fuck up, EJ. Make me some dinner. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, dude. When I went to Kohl's the other day to return that stuff, I was just gazing through the store. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I could be a house husband, straight up. Just be buying this stuff. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Having entertaining myself.
Get yourself a sugar mama.
You know, straight up sugar mama. Then I went over there.
Baby, I got the house clean. I got the dinner cooked. You know.
You went through the whole store.
I'll take care of the babies. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
I love it.
I'm not gonna play myself. I like to provide. I'll be a sugar daddy.
Be a sugar daddy.
I was saying that yesterday. These chicks love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to provide, to be able to provide.
Yeah.
I love it.
It makes you feel
at
good.
extreme level. We're gonna get into that later. I'm gonna get into this book list, but I definitely want to hear more about that. So I read another book called Emotional Intelligence that literally goes into the science of emotions, basically. So it breaks down the functions of the amygdala, the neocortex, and the cortex, and literally, you know, trains you on how to pretty much move your emotions in the right moments. You know, it teaches you to be more aware and how to control them, and it gives you various exercises. It was one of my favorites of this year, I would say. Millionaire Next Door, I actually read that like 2 years ago by Thomas Stanley. Millionaire Next Door actually taught me that a lot of millionaires actually drive Fords and Jeeps. You know, like, I'm so, especially within the black community, I'm always stressed to spend money. Like, if you ain't got it like this, then you broke and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm not broke. I'm just cheap. I don't like spending money on things that's just not going to last. Sure. Or just for things for other people, per se. I'm not trying to buy a whole bunch of clothes and impress a whole bunch of people. But, of course, I will buy nice clothes. I don't mind buying nice clothes. But the thing is, I don't feel like I have to spend $3,000 on an outfit to impress anybody because I'm an attractive dude. I don't need a Fendi bag to impress not a damn soul. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a Gucci belt to impress anybody.
This was $20 shirt. No.
$20 shirt. There you go.
It was discounted.
Discounted. You know what I'm saying? That boy got him a full suit. Got him a full
nice.
suit. How much was that suit?
Man, I probably for this whole outfit it was probably about $2+.
$2+. Okay, that's sharp. That's actually a really good price. Where'd you get it from? Men's Warehouse?
Man, K&G.
K&G. Shout out K&G.
Right there, 1960.
Get you a nice ass suit for $200-something.
That's it. That's
you know.
Shout out that girl Raven over there. Okay, little piece. She's a little piece for
looking
sure.
Thick.
You know
I like how you look, girl.
Dominate me.
But anyway, with a millionaire, that's what you need. That's what you need. Toast to that. My boy DJ needs some dominatrix.
Hold on, no, I don't. I'm not into that.
Yeah. But Millionaire Next Door just teaches you how to be more financially secure and better with your money. That and Financial Peace by Dave Ramsey.
My bad, bro. We're like really shouting people out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, people. I expect people to watch this.
Sure.
So I don't know about you, but
I guess it's all sinking in what's going on right now.
Yeah. Like this is like people gonna see this.
Like the first time we did a run through, I damn near almost cried. I swear to God.
My boy EJ gets emotional.
I was emotional.
That's why he needs some strong ones.
Because I saw the vision. I saw where this was getting ready to go in that moment in time, and I was taken aback.
Did you see me sweating in this goddamn jacket?
Man, I saw us winning.
You see me sweating?
Okay, you got to sweat to win.
Boy, let me pull out the handkerchief.
There you go.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Ha. Makes me feel like preaching in this hole. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
Now, we got to get the money. Because the money is on the way. You ain't even got to think about it. You just got to pray for it. Put it on the plate. Oh, you just got to put it in the plate. Don't think about it. Just put it in the plate. Put it in the mental bank that the money is on the way.
Yo.
What's up?
That's kind of what happens.
It does. I swear, bro.
I swear. They might do a whole sermon on giving.
Really? Y'all just... Oh, you talking about in church, literally. Like, yes. Like... They be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Don't think about it. Just throw it in a bag, shout it. I need to go to... That's what I need to... If you want to make some money, though, you need to just start you a little church. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the government.
Don't do that. No, that's foul.
Hey,
okay.
I mean...
No,
look,
I met this girl. I swear to God, I met this girl. She told me her parents owned a church. Okay. And I always get confused by that. Like, what does that mean?
That means they own a church.
I understand the concept. And on the back end, it's just like... I thought God owns these churches. You know what I mean?
Like, you must not live in America.
I guess I'm like I
You're
said,
under
I'm
that rock. Under that rock.
I'm over here.
See, what you have to realize is
land.
a church is a very financially prosperous industry. You know, I mean, it's a lot of, but it's also giving back too. But you got to have money to. You've seen Joel Osteen's church. Well, who the fuck do you think is paying for that shit?
Lots of people.
Lots of people. And you see Joel Osteen with his fresh ass teeth and his
boy come in with a whole security.
Come in looking like money. That boy with a Hugo Boss
I'm
suits.
not gonna lie. Just watching him walk in is fascinating, and leave is fascinating. Like I just stand there. After it's over, I'm just standing there watching them walk out the door.
Like, oh shit, is that Jesus? We done came back. That boy Joel Osteen comes in and stunts on everybody real quick.
Nah.
That boy Joel Osteen comes in like,
look,
man, I'm doing so fantastically well, and some of y'all can do just as good as me, but just not as good. But if you ask God to bless you, He may bless you, but probably not as well as me. But, you know, He might. I'm doing so fantastically well. I used to be so poor, just like you. But look at me. Y'all are up here at my church, in my sanctuary. I love Joel Osteen. Shout out Joel Osteen, man. I'm joking, but all jokes. But he does. He has a way with words.
Yeah,
he's definitely he's preaching spirituality.
I cry a lot of the times I go see him.
You cry a lot. Period.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, this nigga be crying though. Like, nigga, always crying, bro.
Yo,
you
you want to hear
call
funny?
me like, nigga,
Look,
my
I'm gonna tell you,
toe moving.
this is a funny and embarrassing story. I swear. This was about a year ago. I think KO knows about this. I went to this chick's house. She had a little party. You know what I mean?
He had sex for 5 minutes and embarrassed himself and was like, I'm so sorry. And you're like, no, 3 minutes, nigga.
No. I ended up getting just drunk. It was in Baytown.
Okay.
Beautiful woman, I must say.
Okay.
I must say. You know, I blew this all. Blew
Blew
this
it.
night. Blew it all. Like, I ended up going and I was gonna take a little nap, so I ended up going into her room, sleeping in her bed, trying to, whatever. And that's when I got. It was a year. It was maybe 2019. It was the end of 2019. So it was about maybe 7 months since Nipsey had passed, and I never really processed the death of Nipsey Hussle. So I was in there drunk, out of my mind, thinking about this Nipsey thing. Then I listened to this Black Sam speech. So I'm in her bedroom, crying my eyes out, like a pussy, fully.
Lord.
Like I remember leaving. You know what I mean?
Lord
And I
Jesus.
called my boy King G, my boy Guillermo, the dude who just buys expensive stuff all the time, name brand. And he just laughed. Every time I talk, he said, this is one of the most embarrassing moments of your life.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
It doesn't matter. Like, I'm okay
It's all
with
good.
it.
You get over it. Like I said to my boy David Hawkins, letting go, everything, is transitory. You're
That's
not
it.
crying anymore. You
right,
ain't show up
so-
here today crying, and I'm grateful for that. You know?
That's it. I cried
all-
yesterday.
Oh, shit. All right, so we're going to move on to the next book. All right, I'm going to name a few more books, and we're gonna move forward. That boy said, damn, nigga,
There was a situation with the police.
All right,
okay.
we're not
All
going
right.
we're not gonna get into that.
I had an experience. All right. And it was one of those things.
All right, fuck it. What happened?
Man, I got a ticket out there at the airport. Remember that time I dropped out the airport, the dude pulled up, he's like, yo, you can't go to the restroom. One of y'all gotta wait in the car.
Right.
And that's kind of what happened.
You shitted on yourself.
No. So I pull up to the airport and I had to go to the bathroom. Boom, public bathroom. It's an airport, public place. So I was like, all right, it's 4 a.m. I'm going to just go there real quick. I go in there, take a shit real quick, come back out. The police write the ticket.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I already knew what was going on when I saw him right by the car.
Shit.
And so I was like, all right, like how much is going to be? And I was like, well, I just want to let you know, sir. I just really went in there to take a shit. And like the look on his face was like a look of just like, oh, I just made a huge mistake. Because he was like, I've been there before. Man, I wish you would have, said something, this, and this. And I thought about a few days before, we had this, kind of conversation about this as well. And then I was saying, look, I made a mistake. The sign's right there. I knew I was in the wrong.
Okay.
On the back end, sir, I'm not going to lie. We could have asked a little bit more questions. Okay, like, on both ends, we could have both grown. And I said, this is why certain people are having a hard time trusting police. Okay? Because when you walk out, like, literally, there's nobody here. Like, straight up, it's 4 a.m. Like, flights don't go until, like, 5
Black
something.
people.
You know what I mean? Like, yes. And he pointed at the other gentleman. He's like, that guy got a ticket. It was a black guy, too. You know what I mean? And so, like, this was a black cop. And I was just having that moment. And then I said something to him. He's like, all right, well, next time, why don't you come up to the police, yada, yada, yada. And I thought about kind of what I'd said to you, like, hey, why don't you introduce yourself, yada, yada, yada. And then in that split second, as I was driving away, it hit me that it's a conditioning to think that of a control mechanism that you have to come and speak to me instead of the other way around. And so that's why, I drove away and I was,
Got me fucked up.
I was
DJ.
emotional. I was like, damn, maybe I understand more what Mark was telling me the other day, in that aspect. That's why the emotions came from.
You see, like, I ain't got no time to be... Oh, my bad. I've been... Oh. There we go, baby. So, like, I ain't got no time to be telling the police officer, introducing myself and shit, just to make them feel safe.
I understand that, and I want us to really to mend these relationships. The only way to do that is to we got to introduce ourselves, and that's why on the back end
Get the fuck out of
that's
here.
why on the back end I was trying to explain. Look, me and this guy, we had a growing experience. We did, okay.
You think the cop gave a fuck?
Yeah, he did.
You think so?
I could see it in his eyes. He did.
I don't know. We're going to move forward to the next book. All right. Speaking of autobiography of Malcolm X, one of my favorite readers, heavy hitter. I just love seeing the normal side of Malcolm X as Detroit Red. I love seeing his growth from the beginning to the end, from this crazy thug to, the spiritual leader. I mean, it sucks seeing him go out. But it was an amazing book. So also, Souls of Black Folk by W.B. Du Bois. That's what I was telling you about the Freedmen Bureau. You read about that. You figure out what happened to blacks right after the Civil War. I mean, they tried to do this whole thing, you know about the 40 acres and a mule, but they tried to do so much more. And it was just this whole corrupted system with the Freedmen's Bureau. They was trying to do more, and then, you know, the white people at the time kept taking money out of it and spending it on themselves. And it's an interesting book, like to see literally right after the Civil War what we were going through. Also, Atomic Habits by James Clear. I mentioned that earlier. We develop better habits, you know, develop good habits, develop the mindset of being the person who has good habits, you know, speaking in your mind that I am this person who does this. And also, Super Rich by Russell Simmons. That was Russell Wilson, the football player. Russell Simmons.
That's the second time you did that.
Yeah, I keep doing that. You know, the playoffs is heated. I mean, even though he's not in them no more, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just that was a good read. It was laying around the house, and I think that was one of Calvin's books. Calvin, shout out my boy Gene Green. You know, he used to live here, and you know, he probably left that behind. And yeah, it was pretty enlightening. He was really heavy on the meditation. Really heavy on the meditation. Huh?
Does he still do that?
Who? Russell Simmons? Or,
no. Oh, I thought you meant
Calvin? I don't know. Calvin. No, I don't think Calvin meditates. Calvin, I'm gonna interview him on the show one of these days. But he's been buying land and shit. You know, he
is buying land.
That boy all about financial security. All right. So man, I'm gonna take one more commercial break. Hear from our sponsors. I'm gonna wipe some sweat off my face, and we'll get into the last segment right after this. The Marc Haize Show is brought to you by Wesley Snipes Tax Services. Get the most back this year without doing much at all because they take care of it for you. You want to be a baller shot caller or at least look like one at the club? Get you Cubic Zirconia. It looks like the real thing at a fraction of the price. Stay fly, save money. We're back, baby. So we're going to get where we left off. We was talking about, you know, books that we recommend that you read for 2021. We was also talking about self-care, self-help, self-awareness, self-conscious, looking good, feeling good, playing good, being good in these streets. You know what I also want to move it into? I want to move it into finances. Mm-hmm. You know, I want to make sure my money is right. I've been saying it all show, money magnet. You know, but you have to believe that the money is coming, and also you have to work hard for it. You can't be out here bullshitting about your paper, cuz. You got to make it happen.
Now, how many hours do you think is a good averagely amount of hours to work per week?
Whatever amount of hours it takes for you to not be broke. So that could be from 40 to 60. It depends. Like, I can't remember his name, but I heard somewhere where he said, like, man, if you shouldn't be in the house if you broke. You know, you gotta be out just working and making money. You know, so I definitely believe that. I mean, I work in the house sometimes. You know, I work on this and also work on my music and all that. So, but the key is to always be working on something that's going to progress you and also do something fulfilling. Mm. You know, like you don't want to be. I mean, sometimes, you know, we have to do things that we have to do to get to where we want to be. But at the same time, just always keep the goal in mind. You know, even if you're Lyft driving or you're working at some shitty job for like $7.25 an hour, and you're just trying to like figure out what's the next step in life, you know, just like hone in, figure it out, and just work on it on the side. Don't work so much for these businesses and these companies that don't give a fuck about you if you die or some shit, because they're going to replace you as soon as you're gone. So it's all about building like your own brand and building your own business, because that's the world we live in now. We got the internet age. Anything is possible, man. I mean, you could trade Forex and make $1 billion from 32 cents. No, I'm playing. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is there's many, many possibilities. I got to wipe my face, boy.
Let me get that bottle.
Get that bottle. I got to wipe my face.
Get your boy with a little more.
All right, y'all. It's going to be the last time I wear a suit jacket in here for a minute. Had to bring it out for the intro, though.
Intro.
Here you go, my brother.
Boys coming out here looking nice.
Looking nice.
That's another thing. A couple more suits this year.
Couple more suits. Where you getting your suits from?
K&G.
I love
Calvin Klein.
Man, I love Zara myself. I love Zara. I love that H&M. You know what I'm saying? I love that Zara and that H&M, man. If you want affordable suits, you want to step it up a little bit, you want to really come out. Oh, my bad. My boy JP going to turn it around. You really want to step it up? You know, go to your Hugo Boss, Calvin Klein. Not too much more expensive if you want to, you know. But Zara fits me well. Well. You know what I'm saying? You all right over there?
Well, I'm trying to see what kind of jacket this is. I don't know.
But yeah, man.
Nice.
Like, you know, also giving back. My boy EJ is big on giving back. You don't have to necessarily. EJ likes to give away his cash, but you don't necessarily have to give away your cash. You know, you can give away. You can give away your. You can give away your time. You know, your efforts, your skills, your abilities. You know, like I'm all about saving money and you know making money and everything. And like I think I don't think you should if you're you know trying to hold on, pay your bills and all that stuff. And you know, be smart. Be smart. Don't be out here just throwing your money away. You know, give time, like give back when you can. And, you know, help the people around you when you can. Just be more of a blessing to others. That's the goal. You want to be a blessing to other people other than yourself because you can't hog all these blessings. You got to spread them out, you know. Also, getting my credit up, getting the credit. I know my boy EJ's big on cash, but, you know, credit is real. I'm trying to buy an apartment building. I want apartment buildings, you know. And I just want everything this world is allotted to give me, you know. And you got to work on your streams of income. Streams of income. Like I was saying earlier, somebody says 7, somebody says 24. I mean, just have more than 3. I mean, you have more than 3 or 4, you'd be great. Like I said, the average millionaire, between 7 and 24, apparently. But I would say
what are some good ones people can kind of start looking into now that can off the top of their head?
First of all, you get a job, you can do Lyft. You get a job, you can do Lyft. You can start a YouTube, start your own business, start your own online business, sell clothes, sell merchandise, sell whatever you want to sell. Really, with Amazon, you can go to Alibaba and buy some things. Look at what your community needs, sell that. Stocks, cryptocurrency. I made good returns on stocks this last year. Cryptocurrency, I'm just getting into. Bitcoin is shooting up. What are some other incomes? There's also, like I said, that's at YouTube. Mm-hmm. There's Twitch. Sometimes you got to get a little bit creative. Me personally, you know, I do gigs and stuff. I do acting as well. Music.
I mean, you could sell food cakes. You know,
sell food cakes. I'm saying you could sell. There's a lot of. It's all types of stuff. There's a lady on the street selling candles right now.
Right now.
Selling
right
candles.
Now.
Hustling candles.
That's it.
My
Flowers.
brother. Flowers.
You pull up to that 249 or that West Road and 45. They're selling flowers.
There's so many ways to make money.
Okay.
So many ways to make money. Don't bring excuses into 2020. All right. I don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. All right. If you ain't got money, that's your fault. All right, you got to take accountability. Even myself, I've fell on broken times. You know, we all have. You know, especially can't be afraid to invest because I invested a lot of money into myself, lost it, got it back. It is what it is. You know, but at the end of the day, you can't be afraid to take risks. You got to do what you got to do to get to the money. Got to get where the money resides. Where the money resides. Where the money resides. Where the money resides. Where the money resides, baby. That's where we go. We go where the money resides. But, you know what I'm saying? And you also going to that.
We like making money.
We like making money. We like getting money. Money is coming.
We like spending money. We like doing it all.
Woo, boy, I'm gonna have to take off the jacket.
Take it off. I'm taking mine off.
Where the money resides. It's hot. Talking about money just got me so excited. God damn. But anyway.
Just know this summer, your boy's gonna be shirtless.
Shirtless. My boy constantly. EJ in that gym.
Okay.
Health.
Because your boy went from skinny to fit.
Skinny to fit. I don't know why I didn't write fitness in there. We'll squeeze that in here and there. But fitness, just make sure you look good. Because if you look good, you play good, you get paid good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're, like, honestly, we want to live long and healthy lives so we can make as much money as we can and give it back to the community and to our children and that generational wealth.
That's it.
You know? Also, this is a podcast I personally recommend. It's called Earn Your Leisure. Look it up on all what is it called? Platforms. Yeah, look it up on all platforms. Earn Your Leisure, man. You learn a lot about credit, finances, cryptocurrency. These guys are on it, man. I really appreciate their knowledge on everything. And like, I also want to talk about standards, having a standard for yourself and having a standard for your way of living, having a standard for like how you carry yourself and like what you want out of life and know what you want out of life. And that comes with also knowing yourself, which is another reason why I read so much about psychology and self-awareness. It's just like, you know, read a book, learn about yourself, know what you want, go for it, visualize it, work for it, do everything that you have to do, be relentless. You got to be relentless with whatever you want, because I'm telling you, it takes a Herculean effort to get these goals, man. Unless your goal is just being like, I don't know, some like a trash man. But even then, you want to be like the best trash man
Hey,
you
that's not
can.
a bad thing. We need trash men.
We
and
need
women,
trash
okay?
men.
We need
No,
that.
shout out to all our trash men out there.
Every job is essential, okay?
All my essential
we need y'all out
workers.
here working. I don't care what you doing.
Bro,
Let's go work.
I'm hearing that nurses, you can sign up to be a temporary nurse aide, and they're making between 80 to 120 an hour.
Wow.
This nurse told me firsthand.
Wow.
It depends. It depends.
Up?
Like, I don't remember the website, but type in nursing aide, temporary nursing aide, and like pretty much you get assigned to be in the hospital. Her specifically, this girl, she was telling me that they had to She was relocating from New Orleans, so nurses are flying to other states to be in the hospitals
They're
and getting paid extra.
Traveling nurses.
Exactly, traveling nurses are happening because the whole COVID pandemic is going on and hospitals are packed. It's the place to be, apparently. I'm trying to stay out of there. So they say. It's the place to be.
Maybe they were already packed to begin with.
Right. We wasn't really paying attention to
they
politics.
Talk about that.
We wasn't paying attention to politics before Trump, and we wasn't paying attention to these hospitals before COVID. I don't understand.
I said that the other day to my barber. Trump was a blessing. Okay?
In disguise.
I know about none of this stuff.
We ain't paid no attention. We should definitely invest more in our politicians from the ground up. But that's for another episode.
That's it.
Have a standard for who you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with people who think positively and want to see you do well, and you want to see them do well, and people who do more than what they say. I fall into that sometimes too. I don't like talking about things. I just like doing them. And if I catch myself talking about it too much, mostly I'm trying to will myself into it. But you just got to take action. Like even with this show, we just trying to do the most that we can with what we have. And I preach that everyone does that. Stay resilient. Go hard every day. Wake up. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's hard. It is what it is. If you want an easy life, then go live in some kind of archipelago. Go live in some islands or some shit, and just starve, I guess. But it is. Life is hard. It is what it is. But like I said, it's all about what you're willing to suffer for. So surround yourself around people who are good with their money and good with their mindset and want to win and want to be positive and are just proactive as hell. Proactivity is the key. Doing things even when you don't feel like doing them. That's the big thing. Because I fall into that sometimes. Like, we have a responsibility as human beings to live our life to the fullest. You can't live every day like it's your last day because, honestly, you spend all your money and go to fucking Tulum. You can't do that every week. But it's just like, you have to do the most with what you have and, make the most and pick your form of suffering and, just have standards for your life and to where you can only get better, strive to be your best self at all times. Also, I want to talk about, speaking of friends and everything, talk about relationships. So, how's dating going for you, EJ?
It could be better.
It could be better for all of us. I would say, honestly, I'm currently going through a moment of involuntary celibacy. Because, I just got out of a relationship, and honestly, I don't really feel like putting that forth of an effort into a woman right now. But, at the same time, I am, I do desire, woman contact and, like, being with a woman and all that. And I get that here and there, but it's just like, it's just not my top priority. And I know a lot of women, especially my age, they're looking to be the top priority.
Straight up.
And which I understand. I told her I understand. But, I'm just not in a position to give you that right now. You're in a top priority, but you're not the top priority.
Well, I feel like on the way Superior Man, he spoke about consistently focusing on your own things. And then that way, when you come in contact with people you do love, it'll be even more of a loving experience.
Right.
Because you have more energy to fully give. You'll be more fulfilled, and that'll be passing to them.
Right. Because I feel like a lot of people spend so much time trying to find happiness in other people when they just need to find it within themselves and bring it into a relationship versus trying to find a relationship to be happy. And I feel like that was my problem in my my last relationship, because I was in, like I said, I was in a point of uncertainty, and I was just trying to find something familiar. But once I started seeing the vision, started getting clear with everything, I started having to make some very, adult decisions. So with that being said, it's just like once I found a moment of serenity and once I was sure of my own self, I was able to walk away from a relationship with my head high look forward into the future and knowing that everything is going to be okay. I had my moment of sadness, but, we get through it. I'm over here burping and shit from this delicious ass wine.
Cause I don't wanna be a ex.
This guy.
Can we still hang out on a?
But I'm trying to figure out where do you meet women nowadays? Like where can you meet the woman for you anyway? Like
I mean, I was at lunch yesterday. I was saying that
they're everywhere.
I was saying I would get in a relationship with a woman who I feel like is, worthwhile. And, my friend had said the same thing. And then when you really take a step back and you think where you're encountering some of these women, it's like, well, you can kind of understand, piece it together, how these things are happening. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, once you fulfill yourself in the things that you're doing, it's kind of like a magnet. Like the money is going to be magnetized to you.
So are the women.
And
I've noticed that too. Like I said, like I am involuntarily celibate, but I haven't not had luck with women.
Sure.
And it's just the women that I've had luck with. I just, we're just not on that level. I don't really fuck with them like that.
And I like to provide.
I like to provide.
That's a big thing.
I like to provide. I do like to provide, and it's like I have to find someone worth providing for. You know what I'm saying?
Who would be worth? Now, what celebrity would you say? You know what? That's a worthwhile.
Oh, I'm really obsessed over this.
Two options.
Oh, two options.
I'm gonna give you two picks.
I'm really obsessed with Nafessa Williams.
Who's that?
She was on Black Lightning. I saw her on this show called Black Lightning. I've just been obsessed with her. Let's pull out
I want to see what
the
this
cellular
like.
device. I need to pull out the cellular device and show this man. There's a picture of her right now. Boom, there she is, looking beautiful.
Look like.
Nafessa Williams, if you watching this, I'm available. Damn, man, what? You see her with her.
Oh yeah, this chick is cute.
Cute as hell. I don't know what it is about her. She just attracts me.
What does she do?
She's an actress.
Okay.
Both of them are actresses, really. But you said celebrity, so
okay.
I can't even think of. I guess I can't really think of no female rappers. But there's another one. I can't think of her name right now, though. Like, damn, I can't. I posted her not too long ago. Man, but I'm obsessed with her. But apparently, I don't remember her name right after I drink some freaking wine. But she.
That's a good start. How does it go when you don't remember the girls' names?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've been in that situation.
Like, hey, Mark, I remember you.
I try to ask friends. Tiana Paris.
Tiana Paris, who is that?
Oh man, she's also an actress. I'm obsessed with her as well. She's very just natural, beautiful woman. Just like she's like so beautiful effortlessly.
Oh wow, look at this girl.
Right. It's just so beautiful effortlessly. Like I love her. Hey, if you watching this, Tiana Paris, or is it Paris? I'm sorry.
This chick is cool.
She cool, and this is like they not what you would call like bad bitches. What they would say.
They're beautiful in their own way.
They're beautiful women, natural women, curvaceous women with a body.
Yo, this chick is a piece.
I know, right?
Look at her. Look at her. Looking like she could be a future mother.
Right, just
That's
looking. Look at this queen right here. God damn. The caption says Basquiat and Badu. The girl is cultured in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's like we can go look at Dali paintings together. I love it. Man. So
you got a whole book about Dali.
Yes, I love Salvador Dali, man. I'm just intrigued with how his mind works. It's insane. But so to move on from relationships, man, like to wrap it up on the relationships, man, like just find somebody who makes you happy. And also, with learning psychology, you get to learn some signs that they might be a little off. I'm not really into the whole astrology and all that, but I don't know, man. People tell me don't date Scorpios and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I have to experiment. I haven't experimented with that enough to know. But all my friends are heavy into the astrology game, and I don't know. I can't even dive into that. We'll have a whole episode on that one of these days. But all right, so it's been a while, so I'm gonna head to wrap this up. I'm gonna leave this off what we leaving behind in 2020. I'm gonna say we're leaving behind spending more than we make. We're leaving behind complaining. We're leaving behind laziness.
There you go.
We're leaving behind excuses.
Sure.
We're leaving behind bad haircuts.
That's it.
We're leaving behind bad women.
Yes.
We're leaving behind bad breath.
Huh.
We're leaving behind driving with no insurance.
Uh-oh.
Not saying I did that.
Well, well, hold on. No, because I think about this girl that I know, and she has no car insurance.
She needs to get car insurance.
She
She needs to get car insurance, EJ.
I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it too much.
You ain't got to push it on her, but just know that she needs car insurance because she
does.
She has us all in danger out here in these streets.
She's a good woman of God.
Yeah, we're leaving out bitching and complaining. We're only focused on positivity and progress. All right, so this has been the Marc Haize Show. It's been a blessing to talk to y'all. I'm thankful that y'all, tuned in and listened and actually stayed this long. I appreciate y'all. You got anything you want to say, EJ?
Just stay positive, speak life, speak love, speak God. And remember, if you find someone you're interested in that's attracted to you and y'all having a good time.
Hold on, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end this on a quote because I think it's appropriate.
There we go.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna end these on quotes that's gonna move the spirit. And one of my favorite quotes, I believe, is by Van Gogh. He says, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." Awesomeness. All right, y'all stay blessed. Disconnecting, no Wi-Fi. Only call me when you had too many Mai Tais. Telling friends about exaggerated white lies. Swear to God, I was trying to be a nice guy. So many pretty women on the west side. Waking up the next morning on my best side. So many DMs that I let slide. I mean, lately I've been trying to live my best life. Pay attention if I shoot, I don't miss. Never really tripping on losing the chick, but lately I've been feeling I've been losing my shit. So much at stake, like roof with the crisp, but it's you that I miss, and I'm through with the shit. Can't find love, but you proof it exists. Black Cinderella, but the shoe doesn't fit. Looking through my phone, so the truth's what you get. Like, who is this bitch? I ain't really got time for it. And I ain't saying that I wasn't out of line for it. Just saying that you really meant a lot more. I probably end up riding solo in the Concorde. Gotta live this life, keep going till we win this fight. I pray to God we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Keep going with the end in sight. I pray to God we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. I ain't been the same since you came around. Girl, you live in my soul, I don't wanna let you go. No, we don't need a name, there's no shame, no. Hope you know this for sure, if you don't, now you know. Now you know. You just shut it down everywhere you go. I won't rush this, I'll take it slow. I just want you all to myself. Really thought you were the one, now it's unlikely. I ain't mean to break your heart, that's so unlike me. And you love what I can be, but you don't like me. But the things we do at night are so exciting. Now I know, I won't rush next time, take it slow. It's them panties dropping down to the floor. Makes me want you all to myself. Now you know.